Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have to talk about the highly anticipated release of the Telcoin version 3 app. And so Telcoin is focusing on a payment remittance service and they are working on a compliant solution. And so I think this is definitely something that is needed, and I think they are doing a very good job focusing on the long-term growth of Telcoin. And so the one thing I really like about this team is that they are always focusing on meeting the deadlines for their roadmap, and when they do meet that deadline, they always exceed their expectations. So they have done that with this release of version 3 of the app. And so before we get started, I'd like to mention a couple of things. There is a link below down there to Webull where you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 once you deposit $100. And so that's a great way to get some extra cash if you are looking to buy Telcoin. Also down below there is a link down there to Patreon, which will provide access to a Discord chat where I do provide my alerts for buys and sells. And so if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is only my opinion, so please do your own research. And so let's get into it. Let's take a look at the chart here for Telcoin. And so as you can see here, down here is when the announcement was released for version 3 of the app. And so since then it has been up substantially. We're up almost 20% today, and since then it has dropped down a bit. And so we are up 14% right now, and it is trading just below 29 cents. And so this is definitely something that I think will continue long term for this cryptocurrency. We saw initial spike for the announcement. However, I think as more people find out about this and what they're trying to accomplish, I think this will do very well in the long term. And so the platform that I am using to trade this is Kukoin. So if you're interested in signing up for that, there is a link below as well. And so I'd like to take a look at this article here. This gives an introduction to Telcoin V3. I think this does a very good job explaining what there is with Telcoin. There's a lot of announcements, there's a lot of news released, and so there's a ton of information. I'm not going to be going through everything. However, I would like to scratch the surface here and just give you a general idea of what the version 3 app is looking like. And so this is a decentralized user-owned financial product for every mobile phone user in the entire world. And so that is what they are focusing on. They are focusing on people that are unbanked. They may not have a smartphone, and so they can still transfer this money and they can hold that money themselves. And so as we can see here, not only will Telcoin offer the most affordable money transfer network on the planet, operating 24/7 with instant global settlement, and they have also decentralized the liquidity engine of the platform to users. And so empowering them to participate and capture fees, they now exclusively award to legacy financial institutions from products they rely on in their everyday lives. And so I think this is very important for them. They are focusing on providing the actual user with some money by earning through a liquidity provider. And so we will be talking about them more in depth here as we continue. And so V3 also recognizes that the transactions have to be affordable for remittance and everyday payments. And so they were looking for the best platform to build that on. And so they have decided to release V3 of the Telcoin financial platform on Polygon. And so I think this is a very good decision as well. They are looking for something that is going to be secure and is fast and affordable. And so I definitely think it's a good choice for this cryptocurrency. And so the Telcoin platform has 3 different things they have announced today. And so they have the interface layer, the Telcoin app here. And so this is what everyone was focusing on. This was the anticipation that it was all going to be focused on the app. However, they have also released information on 2 different products as well. And so they have TELx, which is the decentralized liquidity network for Telcoin Platform. And then they also have Rivendell. And so this is an Ethereum sidechain run by the Telcom networks. And so I will be going into more depth in both of these as well. And so we'll get more into those in here in a bit. And so TELx is the decentralized liquidity network of the Telcoin platform. And so this is serving as the engine that powers Telcoin's suite of self-custodial financial products. And so this is what TELx is focusing on, is all the liquidity providers and the people that own this cryptocurrency. And so there's also Rivendell as well. Rivendell enables mobile networks to provide blockchain-based self-custodial financial services to their subscribers without needing to be a bank or custody funds at a fraction of the cost of the legacy system. And so while leveraging the existing network and fraud infrastructure to provide power to the system. And so I think this is very important. They are kind of cutting out the bank as the middleman, and they are just focusing between the telecom companies and Telcoin. And so I definitely think there is potential for that going forward. And so I'd like to take a look at this here down here as well. And so we can see that TEL is used as the core SMS network, and TEL exchange reserves asset and bridge currency. And so boosting the utility of our token by routing all the token swaps through TEL, all cross-product volume will flow through Telcoin. And so whether a stablecoin transfer or a swap for a non-TEL asset. And so I think this is definitely something that's very important to keep in mind. So they are stating that all transfers will be going through Telcoin. And so I think this is definitely going to increase the value for Telcoin going forward, especially if this starts to take off and there's a lot of telecom companies starting to use Telcoin. I think this could do very well. And so I'd like to take a look at this here as well. This is TEL Exchange. And so they have recently added a website for TEL Exchange and Rivendell as well. And so there's a ton of information on here and when we're going to touch the surface. And so if you'd like to look at these, I will post the links below for more information. And so TEL Exchange is a user-owned decentralized digital asset exchange powered by active Telcoin users on automated market-making decentralized exchanges. And so this is known as AMMs. And so we can see here that the liquidity mining begins July 7th. And so I definitely think this is going to keep going up until July 7th when they release this. And then as more liquidity gets on the platform, I think this is going to continue to do very well. And so what exactly is liquidity mining? And so liquidity mining is also known as yield farming. It is an act of providing liquidity via cryptocurrencies to decentralized exchanges. And so since the primary goal of an exchange is to be liquid, decentralized exchanges seek to reward users willing to bring capital to their platform. And so most decentralized exchanges are decentralized by replacing order books with automatic market maker, and so that is an AMM. An AMM is a smart contract that regulates trading. And so I'd like to take a look at this down here as well. And so what's the benefit of an AMM to the user? And so the AMM collects these fees and grants them to each liquidity provider as a reward. And so therefore the DEX offers a ecosystem where each group of users helps each other. While the token swapper pays a small fee to trade on a decentralized exchange, the liquidity provider earns money for providing the liquidity that the first user will need. And so this is a way, if you are a liquidity provider, you can earn extra money by providing liquidity to other users. And so I think this is a very good choice by the Telcoin team to do it this way, as people will be involved and they can provide input to the actual exchange rather than just giving away free money with airdrops or something like that. I think this is a much better choice for them for the long term, as it will continue to grow Telcoin. And so I'd also like to take a look at Rivendell here as well. And so it is a scalable blockchain financial services for mobile networks. And so Rivendell is an open Ethereum sidechain run, validated, and secured by mobile network operators. And so this is powered by Telcoin, and Telcoin is a GMSA associate member. And so what is GMSA? It is a global system for mobile communications. This is the telecom industry, so this is focusing on like Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, or any other mobile provider. And so there is about 1,200 companies that are part of that association, and so AT&T is one of them, and so I think they will have access to these and can provide input. And so I think this is a very beneficial part of Telcoin. And so as we can see here, this is an ecosystem to power Telcoin Mobile Financial Services 2.0. And so Rivendell enables mobile networks to provide blockchain-based non-custodial financial services, meaning that they will not actually hold your money. You will still have your own money and you will be responsible for holding on to that to their subscribers without needing to be a bank or custody funds. And so they will still be able to provide these services such as domestic payments, international remittances, asset exchanges, lending in money markets, regulated securities, and full stack financial applications. And so this is an open platform for compliant decentralized financial applications. And so due to the permissionless and interoperable nature of Rivendell, MNOs can launch both standalone and full stack automated financial applications that can be customized to meet the demand of the local market. And so we can see here that these can be programmable and automated. They're scalable, secure, and compliant, and interoperable and compatible. And so you can create your own nodes on the Rivendell network. And so I think this is something that could be very beneficial for many different telecom companies in the future. And so I think this is very good news for Telcoin. They have released the V3 of Telcoin as it was highly anticipated, and I think they have more than exceeded a lot of people's expectations. And so I think a lot of people are still digesting all this information since there is so much they have released. And so I think this will continue to do very well, especially as they open up the liquidity pools on July 7th as well. And so this company has already had some compliance. They have been passed by the Nebraskan government as well, and so they can be a digital bank there. And so I think they are taking the right steps and doing the right things to be very successful in the future. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see future videos on cryptocurrencies, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.